Hello, very good morning, racing folks. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, a bit late today. Welcome to the Bangalore races for what is the date today? 25th June 2023. Folks, I had won yesterday, but the penetrometer reading was 4.0. Today, I suspect it will be the same. It has been raining. The ground is a bit soft. Uh, this is a game of probability, folks, not certainty, as you can see the King's Ransom losing because of underfoot condition or wrong distance or layoff or whatever. By the railing, the track is little very too soft. By outside is a little better. This one was stuck around the rails, whereas the Artist Dr. Ross, I was fencing. I did play in place, had an outside position. These things play important role, folks, and it's not in our hands, so that is what it is. That Amandel, Rajan Agarwal's horse, came out with a very, very high knee action. So first timer, it was difficult. I may not have seen the mock race, unfortunately. That is what it is. Today also, folks, on the paper, 2-3 favorites look past the winning post, but it won't happen. The odds would be very, very less. That's going to be the issue, folks. First race, going straight to the race, the Quindy Plate. It's a Class 5B, folks. Big no-no for me. Sunway Lagoon characters lost a lot of money last time. The horse was almost there. They bet too much money, I think. No point betting Class 5B 40-50 paisa, folks. As a matter of fact, no horse is worth no 40-50 paisa. There is no certainty and all. It's a myth that exists in a punter's mind, basically. Class 5B, I'd stay away. The horse that can upset him is Double Vision, and then Ultimate Choice, and there's another horse in here, hidden horse, the Intruder. So I stay away. Very good races ahead. I don't want to start the day with minus thing, and also not reliable horses. Again, Sunway Lagoon will be bet heavily, I suppose. No point, race number 2, folks, is 1100 meters race, class 4. One horse though stands out like a sore thumb. Port Nelson, he should not lose, but it'll be again 40, 50 paisa. I won't even bet, I didn't even bet Pacey's horse 40, 50 paisa. So there is no point. There is no other horse that actually comes close to him. He should win easily. There is no hanky-panky done in the The race number 3, folks, is the maiden 3-year-old going a mile, the Pronto Plate. There is a horse called Super Stride. He is, by speaking of which, set aside, has not lived up to the promise of Satellite, but nonetheless, she was a great racehorse, no question about it, her grandma. Then there is a River of God. He is also, by speaking of which, Parvati Bairamji trains, finished distant second. Then there is Julio. And then there is Magnus again. He is also, by speaking of which. This one I so strictly decide in the paddock, folks. Going mile babies is a little tough nut to crack. Race number 4, folks, the Bergamo Plate for a 1809 furlong race. As I always say, I don't bet much in this kind of race unless it's a classic race. 2000 meter or 9 furlong, that's a different. Stellar Gold, one race in Class 5B was too impressive. But he is a less than 400 kilo horse. He's 378 kilo, but the horse with a lot of ability. But this stable known favorites kind of hanky-panky business. Bruce Almighty in place may be a better bet than betting Stellar Gold in win. But I'll again see, it's not a race I would give a confident saying who's going to win. The next race, folks, the race number 5, it's a mile race. There are very good horses which had run in better class than today. But that does not necessarily mean that they can win. Of course, Victoria Punch is the one who has run in Oaks and in the Derby and what have you and what have you not. The trainer is on a record saying that he overestimated the horse and overconfidently has run him in a way higher class. Now she is back to her own sort of a gang. So she may run a very good race. The same can be said about a horse called Kalamitsi, number 4, Ata Oli's horse, Trevor's riding. He also ran in some way deep races. Today again coming to the race that kind of where he belongs. Then there is that rowdy fellow. He makes a rowdy move closer to the when the race is almost coming to the boil. Uh, it's a very competitive race. There is a horse called Contribute Vijay Singh on a record saying that he's a small compact horse, but he's the only 3-year-old in the field. Very well bred. Rodrigo Corner out of Cochinella. Cochinella was one of my favorite paces race was. So we kind of decide in the paddock. The next race, folks, it's the the Civil Service Cup handicap were rated between 60 to 85, Class 2. There is a horse called Travelius. Again, ran very decently in some big races, back to pure Class 2. Wordsmith, Pacey on the record saying that is a tendon problem and he will work like how he works Northern Light. But this is not Northern Lights. And tendon problem is a tendon problem, folks. It's not that easy. He got lucky with Northern Lights. He may get lucky. He was scolding shit out of the jockey. Why did you push that horse so hard? He was just supposed to be out for an airing or a run. But Kirtish Bhagat, because he was not trying to impress the Pacey and the gang, he kind of pushed it very hard. There's a horse called Santarino. He has done nothing wrong, folks. Every race he has improved. Every race he has won by a bigger margin. My choice goes to him. Again, the only question mark is the layoff, folks. If he looks fit in the paddock, that could be a very good bet for me for the day. The race number 7, folks, the feature race of the day, the Colts Championship Stakes Grade 1. One horse again stands out for me, a horse called Christoph Lee, Pacey trained. He is another horse who is improving every race. Last 200-300 meters, he has another gear. He kind of goes away, folks. Of course, the race is quite competitive. There is good old Elpenor. You have to respect the horse that wins Punala Million. But then I was the first one to tout the disease was sesamoiditis was detected in 2023, and it was very visible to me that Akshay Kumar was pushing the horse from 600 meters. That's how finally came close. But if he's sound, it could be a big time danger. We have no way to know if we're going to hurt him, not hurt him, or whatever. Then there is High Command, there is Naughty Charmer, there is the Sea, the Sun, all these were placed best, folks. But my vote goes to Christoph Lee, for sure. Race number 8, the last hurrah for the day. The Noble Prince played Division 1, Class 4. One horse again stands out, Spirit of the Rose, trained by Parvati Bairamji, ridden by Akshay Kumar. The only problem is, as I always say, they work their horses too fast, but this time I saw the last work, it is not too fast. If the race is not lost in the works, then you were very impressive by Gusto, and the Gusto horses are sort of consistent, unlike MPS. So, all said and done, the card looks very punter friendly, but then again, this 40-50 paisa kind of stay away, let them win, let Fort Nelson win by itself. You'll be happy and be clapping for it. Let Sunway Lagoon get bed down in Class 5B, but you guys please stay away. Gamble sensibly, folks. Christoph Lee, Parvati Bairamji's horse, and Santorino. These three on the paper looks a decent bet for me, subject to body weight and paddock fitness. Do tune in if we free on my channel. Well, thanks for watching. Do watch the penetrometer reading and first two races and the timing. Yesterday the timings were quite slow. That did it for paces. King's Ransom became a small time rabbit. It happens, folks. That is racing. Bye bye.